Hey, beautiful people. It is October 19th, 2020, as we approach 2021. We've been talking about this for over a decade, a massive macroeconomic, geopolitical shift into a brand new system. And this is going live and operational right now. In 2020, which they always warned would be hindsight is 2020 vision, is becoming that reality. And now, as we enter this heated presidential election, all will be determined here in the United States and abroad as we become a part of a new system. And bombshell after bombshell is released. Now, the biggest story in the world, which I can't talk about, which is the image right here, you can see with Fox News and these two individuals, I'd like you to make your mind up for yourself. You can look up this information freely and you can decide for yourself. You know, I talked about yesterday what's going to happen after November 4th. How is it going to impact your life tuning in, your health, your wealth, your loved ones, your relationships, your family, your community, and your churches. You need to be thinking ahead both scenarios, no matter who gets in. How are you going to help yourself? How are you going to help your business? What's going to change as a result? And we might not even know, I talked about this a few days ago, we might not even know for weeks or months what the outcome actually is. So that's the biggest story in the world. Also, the Federal Reserve meeting with the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, this weekend, and over the last week discussing CBDCs. This is from Reuters. Central bank digital currencies. And I'm going to read various snippets from this report. The IMF, of course, over the weekend, discussing the idea of a new Bretton Woods moment. Of course, in 1941, post-World War I, World War II, during that Reconstruction period, they set the U.S. dollar to gold. We came off gold, I believe it was in 1973, under Richard Nixon, became a fiat currency. They since blew up the debt to enormous levels, which we're still living through today, as they are about to announce a brand new bailout measure, something that I believe to be guaranteed. This is being negotiated by Nancy Pelosi and the Trump administration right now. It doesn't really matter if it's $2 trillion or $1.8 trillion or whatever the official number is. Debt is a certainty. Ever since we came off the gold standard, 1973 became a fiat currency of which we print money at the central bank and Federal Reserve from nothing, creating massive inflation and then subsequently lowering the standard of living for all Americans and for all of you tuning in. Now we are moving to this global integration mechanism and a new CBDC, central bank digital currency, of which the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell are discussing today. Let me read to you, quote, this is from Reuters. In any development of a cross-border digital currency, it is more important for the United States, quote, to get it right than be first. To get it right than be first. Now, of course, we've talked about Mark Zuckerberg's introduction of his new CBDC, which is the Facebook Libra coin. We talked at my school, for example, of other cross-border payment mechanisms, remittance payment mechanisms like XRP that I remain very, very bullish on, because this is the future of not just international reserve banking, but the remittance of payments using cell phones and digital wallets. Just like all of you use social media today, you're watching this video, you will be all using your cell phone to make payments. And this is what the Federal Reserve Chairman is discussing right now. Quote, we do think it's more important to get it right than to be first. And getting it right means that we not only look at the potential benefits of CBDC, but also the potential risks, and also recognize the important trade-offs that have to be thought through carefully. Powell said in a panel discussion on digital payments hosted by the International Monetary Fund. Now, if we go back to Bretton Woods, that is when the IMF was established. That was when the World Bank mechanism was established. All of this is changing now. So in addition to assessing the benefits, they're also going over policy decisions, operational questions that they're evaluating, to mention a few, cyber attacks, counterfeiting, fraud. These are things, I'm reading direct quotes, questions of how CBDC would affect monetary policy, financial stability moving forward. All things that the technologies we review at BitcoinRich.com, whether or not this is Bitcoin, which is an enormous gold equivalent standard store of value, which by the way is rallying today hard. I think highly, highly likely we could see 20,000 in Bitcoin even this month because it's a deflationary, predictable asset class like gold that is fractional, divisible, mined by computers, absolutely transparent and authentic on a ledger. Different from currency transactions, say the US dollar today, which is highly inflationary, or let's say cross-border remittance payments using a mechanism like ODL and XRP for remittance. To learn more, this is why you should enroll at our school. So those are the major economic financial stories today. Of course, the biggest story I can't talk about right here, I encourage you to research yourself. Make sure you like and share this video. Also, according to the South China Morning Post, China, I'll read this direct, this is a direct quote, Chinese military, quote, beefs up coastal forces as it prepares for a possible invasion of Taiwan. So, of course, we have continued geopolitical strife, right, out in the Spratly Islands, the South China Sea, the dredging of those islands, this geopolitical conflict Donald Trump has been very, very worried about. Both Democrats and Republicans, arguably, have been very, very worried about. In addition to that, Neil deGrasse Tyson warned that an asteroid would be passing very close to Earth. It kind of makes me wonder if this is a part of why this year has been already as crazy as it's currently been. Will pass Earth very, very closely just prior to November 4th, just prior to this epic vote. He says the space rock, the size of a refrigerator, traveling at 25,000 miles per hour, won't cause serious damage, according to the scientist, but will be passing very, very close. Here's an image of that. Space rock known as 2018 VP1. It says it'll be passing November 2nd, right before the U.S. vote. And they've got an image here of a space rock and planet Earth. So could they be not telling us something? Would they be telling us the truth? If potentially this could cause damage on our planet. Of course, a space rock hit the Yucatan Peninsula, if you are to believe what modern scientific theory has encouraged, which of course eradicated the dinosaurs and largely destroyed that population before the birth of the modern age. So major developments. Keep this video very short and sweet today. Also, learn more about blockchain tech. Click the link below. Visit our school at bitcoinrich.com. It is absolutely, fundamentally clear. This is the direction of the U.S. economy, the global economy, the direction of our central bank here in the United States. This is what they're moving to. This is what the Eurozone is moving to. Christine Lagarde is moving to. A new Bretton Woods digital moment. A restructuring of money, finance, currency, worldwide. So if you're not learning about this stuff, you're going to be left behind. I mean, again, this is going, in my opinion, to create a financial shock worldwide. Not to mention enormous opportunities for those of you taking advantage of it. Again, Bitcoin is the best performing asset class in the world. That's a hardcore fact. It has outperformed real estate, stocks, bonds, hedge funds. It's the best performing asset over the last 10 years. Many of the tokens and cryptos that we review at school have been up 10, 100x. This is not financial advice, but it's created a massive financial opportunity for really everyone. It's democratized our ability. I mean, think about being your own venture capital firm, being able to invest in your own IPO. We've never seen this in history before. Jack Dorsey talks about this all the time at Twitter. This is why Square Inc. just announced a $50 million investment in Bitcoin, because this is democratizing finance worldwide. It's banking the unbanked, and it's creating massive capital flows to this new asset class. So there are receivers and beneficiaries of this, and there are losers. There are clear losers. So we are moving to a new system. We are moving to an entirely new restructuring of the global financial paradigm. So you need to learn about this stuff. It is as necessary as learning about gold, silver, social media, and e-commerce. So click the link below. Want to see at school, save 100. That is the promo code. You'll get in immediately today. Register and start watching the coursework so you can get certified. You need 15 minutes a day, All you need is a cell phone. Want to see you there, hard hitting it in your face. This is the truth. I'm Christopher Green, and Jesus Christ is King. Link below, that's bitcoinrich.com. Enter the promo code SAVE100. Get in today. Learn everything that you can about blockchain. I have private videos, things I don't say publicly. Definitely want to get in. That's bitcoinrich.com. Click the link below and enter that promo code today. I want to see you at school.